In the top stories, bonus payments begin for non-pensioners. PAHO praises Antigua and Barbuda's efforts toward eliminating cervical cancer. And student kills 3 in Rotterdam shooting. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Friday, September 29th, 2023. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally, on Thursday, payments of $1,000 to 22,040 workers were deposited to accounts of persons covered by Social Security. This workers' bonus falls under the government's recently announced reset initiatives. On Friday, September 22nd, Social Security began the disbursements of $1,000 with payments to 5,240 pensioners. According to a statement from Social Security, disbursements will continue until all eligible persons are paid. The statement said the workers' bonus will be paid to pensioners and workers who have made at least 26 contributions to the Social Security Fund throughout their contribution history. Only pensioners and insured persons who reside on St. Kitts and Nevis will be paid. For workers who did not apply for the CBI dividends, a link to upload proof of accurate local banking information will become available on Friday, September 29th, 2023. The link will be available at www.socialsecurity.kn and will close on Sunday, October 15th, 2023. 4 illegal migrants remain in police custody as investigations and responses in connection with a recent distress call at sea continue. According to a release from the Ministry of National Security, on September 20th, the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Coast Guard responded to a distress call from a sea vessel close to the coastline at Half Moon in Frigate Bay. The Coast Guard discovered a white yacht grounded on the reef with 6 persons aboard. Reports say there were initially 11 persons on board, including the captain. 4 of them had already swum to shore, but were later detained by the police. The captain reportedly left the vessel in a smaller boat before it had run aground. Of the persons rescued, 9 were identified as nationals of Haiti, along with 1 Dominica-born child. The police say they were all treated with compassion and given medical attention. On September 21st, a man who was later identified as the vessel's captain sought medical assistance at the Mary Charles Hospital in Molyneux. He was taken to the Joseph N. France General Hospital for treatment on September 23rd. He was discharged and arrested by police on suspicion of smuggling. The police say as it stands right now, 6 detainees have been transported to Haiti by air. Plans are underway to send home 2 other Haitians, and they are awaiting the government of Dominica's consent to transport the child and mother back to its shores. New regulations have been recently implemented for local and international authorized agents associated with the Citizenship by Investment Program or CBI of St. Kitts and Nevis. Authorized agents are licensed to market the CBI to attract investors. The new guidelines were highlighted in this week's edition of the SKNIS program In Focus, which featured a discussion with Michael Martin, head of the Citizenship by Investment Unit or CIU. Mr. Martin highlighted that accurate and timely information is important to ensure brand consistency.
We don't want people out there advertising that we are selling passports, that you can get them for an amount that is not in the regulations. We don't want people out there spreading false information about the program. And so we have inserted into our regulations some new measures to deal with those kinds of eventualities.
One such measure will allow enhanced actions to be taken to address issues by agents based overseas.
Going forward, international marketing agents also would have to be registered in St. Kitts and Nevis. That, of course, puts them under our jurisdiction and makes it easier for us to take the necessary legal action should it become should there be a need.
Due diligence regulations have also been strengthened as the government implements reforms to ensure the safety and integrity of the CBI at all levels. We move now to news on the regional scene. Antigua and Barbuda's Health Minister, Honorable Sir Malwin Joseph, is confident the country will lead the Caribbean to meet key global targets towards the elimination of cervical cancer as a public health scourge. He was making a presentation before the Pan American Health Organization on Tuesday about the third leading cause of death from cancer among women in Antigua and Barbuda. ABS's Kim Emmanuel Beard reports.
The HPV pilot program saw a doubling of the number of women screened in the primary care system per year over a 4-month period. What were the findings from HPV pilot program? 21% high-risk HPV positivity rate.
Sir Malwin Joseph making his presentation to the Pan American Health Organization regarding efforts to tackle cervical cancer in Antigua and Barbuda. He explained that cervical cancer is preventable and curable through 3 important steps. 1.
HPV vaccine. 2. Cervical screening. And 3. Early identification and treatment of precancerous disease and early-stage cervical cancer. Accordingly, the Ministry of Health in Antigua and Barbuda decided to implement the WHO's global strategy to eliminate cervical cancer as a public health problem.
He added a task force was established to ensure the country achieves the targets set by the World Health Organization to eliminate cervical cancer as a public health challenge by 2030. These targets are having 90% of girls vaccinated by age 15, ensuring 70% of women are screened by age 35 and again at 45, and 90% of women with this disease are receiving treatment. The minister pointed to clear examples where the Health Ministry's program has ensured positive outcomes for women.
69% of women were followed up, and 67% of women with high-grade lesions were treated. At this point, I can tell you 59 women were protected from developing cervical cancer. Had it not been for the program, these women would not have been identified.
The challenges, he says, is hesitancy surrounding the HPV vaccine, but there is a consideration to using single-dose vaccines to increase uptake and ensure complete vaccination. Reporting for ABS News, this is Kim Emmanuel Beard.
Guyana's Ministry of Tourism, in line with its commitment to expanding the tourism sector, has launched 15 experiential tourism products. The full story in this report by Renata Burnett.
In observance of World Tourism Day, observed on Wednesday, the Ministry of Tourism, in collaboration with the Ghana Tourism Authority, GTA, launched 15 experiential tourism products at the Bookland Gardens. Subject Minister Onage Waldron, in her address, called on the private sector to take the risk in coming together as a group consortium to invest in Ghana's ecotourism products.
We have had tremendous success with internationally branded hotels outside of the outlying regions, but we have deliberately not encouraged those kinds of developments in our interior locations.
She stated that the ministry is seeking the right partners that will build responsibly, considerate of the preservation of the rainforest, flora and fauna, and wildlife. Waldron said the ministry is diversifying their tourism product, putting careful thought into the building of different facilities in the country. She reminded that this move is intended to propel a rival trajectory of visitors to Guyana.
It benefits all of us and it benefits the economy, and we're beginning to see the tremendous trickle-down benefits of that.
Manager of Product Development at the GTA, Candice Phillips, coined the launch as a great celebration for product development in Guyana and the efforts required to bring new and diverse products to the market.
See products from 8 of 10 of our administrative regions, representing not only products that we've developed with communities, but also the private sector. And over the last 2 years, we've seen an emergence of new private sector partnerships.
Life on the River, Essequibo Weekend Getaway, Bagdam and Bushcook Tour, Pakuri Fin and Feather Adventures, and the Yarkabra Dream ATV Tour are among the 15 products launched. Renata Burnett, reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Internationally,